Hello Internet, I'm RWBY, and it's time to talk about the finale of RWBY Volume 9. Okay, admittedly, I forgot to do this in the last video. I'm gonna make sure I do it this time. If you would like to watch RWBY along with me, you could always click the link in the description to check out on Crunchyroll.com, or if you just want to support it, like you should, you can check out on RoosterTeeth.com. There's still stuff on YouTube. I think, yeah, the whole show is on Crunchyroll.com. It might still be on streaming services. There's DVDs, you got video games, manga, comic books. There's plenty of ways to support it legally, so you don't really have an excuse. Also, you might be wondering why this video took me a while to get out. One word. Lazy. That's kind of the gist of it, to be honest. Well, that, and admittedly, because there was no next episode, I didn't really have, the pressure of being okay, I have to make sure I get this out before Saturday. That just wasn't there. So I was kind of a bit more too laxed about it. It's there's no next episode, nothing to worry about. Plus, things IRL got in the way and just made things a bit complicated, so, just kind of happened. But I'm here now to talk about the finale. And it starts with Summer finishing the girl who fell through the world as RWBY and Yang fall asleep. And honestly, it's just great seeing Summer, completely unobstructed, fully voice acted, and everything. Also, you might recall that I kind of didn't do something I said I would do for episodes 9 and, well, kind of 8, despite the fact that I really just combined the two and just sort of, did what I did. So I'm gonna make sure I do it now. Summer Rose! And I won't lie, just the one line that she says here, and I'm gonna be calling back to this, it actually brings a few tears to my eyes when I rewatch the episode, especially, later on, and I'll get to that scene. And the line is, I love you just the way you are. And the reason that hits me so close is because that's actually something that my own mother has said to me multiple times. So, thank you for hitting me in the feels, RWBY. And we cut to Summer, who's just about to leave, and we get to see Tai again. And I won't lie, this interaction between the two is so goddamn cute. Just them making fun of husband and laughing together. It's just I love it, and I want to see more of this if at all possible. Team Stark prequel series when? Come on, RWBY. Let us see more of these two. They mad cute. Summer leaves, and to my surprise, bumps into Raven, who is in on her secret mission. So that raises a few questions. And speaking of questions, Raven has one, and I'm just gonna let this play out.
And, what about... You're just going to leave them?
You're one to talk.
Got him! Totally roasted.
Yeah, Raven, you are not one to talk about that. You set yourself up for that, Raven. Raven makes a portal, and the two walk through it. And turns out RWBY saw what happened, which is a little confusing, but considering what we're about to learn, it's not that confusing, but it's still a little weird. RWBY doesn't know, what exactly she's meant to learn from this. Is she just supposed to become someone else? And the blacksmith asks, is that what I'm telling you? We cut away from that and to Jean. And I want to call attention to something and make a joke out of it. See, the moment it cuts to Jean here, surrounded by smoke, the timestamp is 4:30. You could have made it 10 seconds sooner.
We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close. Ah!
And in this smoke along with Jean, we get to see Alex. And I got excited when I saw this, because we actually get to, see her and everything. They have themselves an exchange about how Jean was never the hero and how he can become the man he's always wanted to be. Jean stumbles out of the smoke, sees more of the leaves catch on fire, and has himself an idea. We cut back to the girls fighting the curious cat. Blake's not exactly having a good time with it, and we get to see the return of Freezer Burn. Hell yes! I'm always down for seeing the team-up attacks get used again. I mean, most of the time we just end up seeing the Bumblebee move, which I'm not complaining, obviously. But I would like to see more of him get brought back. Like, freeze the burn here. If maybe at some point we could bring back Ladybug, or Checkmate, or just, like, more team-up attacks is all I'm asking for. But the fight gets interrupted when Jean drops a branch from the tree, from above them. How did he get up there so quick? Did he ascend and become Spider-Man? You know what? Headcanon accepted. Though I guess they probably had to censor the scene of him shooting webs out of his eye.
I'm stopping you right there.
Forgot I'm using that now. Jean tells the others to burn the leaves, which they do, and Weiss blows the smoke towards the cat. The cat claims that the leaves have no effect on them by inhaling more of the smoke and bragging about it. And while that may be the case, John points out that's not the case for Neo. And right here you can see what's basically the cat's oh crap face. And with all the feelings that Neo is experiencing, the cat exorcists itself out of her. That's a weird term, exorcist is. And the cat basically digivolves itself into a bestial form and becomes a big cat. Not to be confused with Big the Cat from Sonic. Although the colours aren't... The colours aren't that far off. You just swap them around. That'd actually be what Big the Cat would look like if he got jacked. That is a scary thought. Now I'm just picturing this cat being all, where is Froggy? But enough of that. Ruby is still contemplating who she wants to become, and the blacksmith tells her that her time is running out and she has to make a choice. And whilst all this is going on, we see various clips of the cat fighting the rest of the group. Jean gets a full-blown anime gut punch, which takes him out of the fight, and the cat yeets Yang into Blake, which... Okay, so we're all in agreement. Blake won this volume, right? Ruby sees a glow of red light, and we get the return of Summer's last words to Ruby. I love you just the way you are. And Ruby asks the blacksmith, what if I choose me? And the blacksmith tells her that maybe that goal is enough. And we get probably one of the most hard-hitting moments in this volume. Ruby reaches for Crescent Rose, and the music is Red Like Roses. When her tree form just explodes and she emerges, we get what's so reminiscent of the Red trailer. She's got her emblem back, she's ready to fight again. The girls are relieved that she's okay, that she's still her. And the cat is also thrilled. Wait, that's not a good thing. The cat lunges for her, and she's ready to kick some ass now. Now, okay, this whole fight... amazing. I absolutely love it. It's like up there for one of my favorite moments of this volume, because like just the callbacks to the Red trailer, like every move that Ruby does is ripped right out of it. And look, being a Ruby fan for so long, like this hits hard. Plus, just like after how Ruby has been this whole volume, seeing her like smirk and kick ass again, like, oh, I'm happy. And if you thought it was just going to be Ruby kicking this cat's ass, no. It's a team fight. Blake goes in for what I can only describe as the elbow drop. See, I've been telling you, she's the cream of the crop, no one does it better. She rises to the top and Bella dominates. Weiss finally gets to summon the Nevermore, and it's immediately taken out. So, hey, at least she actually got to summon it for real this time. Plus, the whole point was a distraction. To launch the cat into the air, and after Weiss summons a whole bunch of gravity glyphs, we get what's basically just a combination of the Persona 5 all-out attack, fitting considering the cat's voice actor, and the Team Sonic Team Blast from Sonic Heroes. And oh my god, this moment was amazing. Just all the girls like pinging back and forth of like pinballs of pain beating the shit out of the Curious Cat. Leading up to one final team strike, and the cat's done. They revert back to their normal form, just angry that they lost, saying that Ruby is meant to be broken, incomplete, and the team tell them, nope, she's never been any of those things. That's why we follow her. We're going to Remnant, and you're staying here. They just walk past without giving two damns. But the cat's still pretty angry and tries to attack, only to be grabbed and be beset upon by multiple Jabberwockers. Actually, you know what? That tracks. This is RWBY, there's a cat, and basically everybody wants that
I'm stopping you right there.
You know what? I deserve that one. Yes, turns out Neo recovered, and yeah, the curious cat's just dead now. The gang check on Jean, and oh, there's hugs. Hugs are nice. Neo seeing all of this, and Roman shows up. Roman asks if that's it. And after Neo holds his face, says, "Yep, I know. I'm not real," and just vanishes. The gang contemplate, well, what do we do with her? And, well, Neo bows out and gives herself a graceful exit, choosing to ascend and becoming one with the tree. Now, I have to admit, as much as I'm kind of on Neo personally, I will admit this is probably the best way she could have gone out. Like, she's not dead, and her ultimate fate is left open-ended, so hey, for Neo fans, like, whatever comes of her, like, have fun with it. And for those who don't like Neo, well, she's out of the show now. So honestly, it's a win-win. And hey, I guess you could say Neo got
I'm stopping you right there.
Okay, last one, I swear. In this video, RWBY realizes that, well, she didn't see Little, and just wanted to at least say thank you. And we get introduced to Little Ascended, who doesn't remember everybody. But I just want to point out, you can tell like from the like coif of hair and the scarf and cape, it's just like they want it to be more like RWBY, and it's so sweet. RWBY asks, well, the ever after question, what are you? And they're not sure, because they haven't given it that much of a thought, but wonders what everybody thinks they are. They say a few things like a guide, a protector, adorable, ask if any of those sound right, and they say somewhat. Yeah, somewhat. And, well, that's her name, Somewhat. RWBY's happy to have met Somewhat, but has to go, and you know what, I'm just going to play the rest of this, because this is how my reaction went.
But now we have to say goodbye. It will be all right, Huntress.
Oh, they remember!
Hey, Somewhat?
I am at your service.
Will you look after Juniper? She means the world to me.
Aww.
I will never leave her side.
With all the goodbyes, everybody holds hands, leaps through the door, and falls. Again. But this time into the realm, or realm, of the tree. Everybody meets the blacksmith one last time. Well, at least for RWBY's case, it's the first time for everybody else, but semantics. Jean asks if what the cat said was true about Alex and Lewis, and yeah, it is. Alex straight up died, and Lewis was the one who returned home. The girl who fell for the world is, well, how he wished it went. And in the midst of all this, Weiss and RWBY spot figures of the brothers. And we get to learn that the brothers were the tree's first blossoms and the first to inhabit the ever after, which... okay, that I didn't see coming. At first I thought the brothers created the ever after, then left to make Remnant, but... no, the ever after came first, so... the tree is basically God? Essentially? And we get a whole big, like, backstory on, like, the brothers and how they made the ever after. And how they would, like, leave to go on to create Remnant. The blacksmith talks about the joy of creating, about what truly is balance, while also pulling out a knife, which John recognizes as Alex's knife. Because when Alex's life ended, she left a part of herself behind. The wish to repair what she had broken. Jean holds it and... What? Jean's evolving! And okay, I love when this happens, and Miles just, the whole, this is what I sounded like. That's good. The blacksmith goes Doctor Strange on our asses and opens a portal. The gang asks, where will this take us? And the response is not where, when you are needed most. They walk through and, they can yank holding hands when they get through. Sorry, I'm a sucker for bees in case it wasn't obvious. Ruby gives one last thank you to the blacksmith before walking through the portal, and we see Vacuo! Vacuo! And we also see a whole bunch of ships from all the kingdoms, so Ruby's message to unite Remnant against Salem, it worked. So that is awesome to see. And that's the end of the episode, but wait. There's more. After the credits, it's a promo for the crossover movie. Which, okay, I get, but at the same time, it's like... I feel like there could have been a post-credit scene. Like, that's probably my biggest disappointment with the finale, just that there's no post-credit scene, it's just a promo for a crossover that was coming out days after this. So, I get it, but... You know. Okay, now as for the finale itself, I did enjoy it. But I feel like, I don't know, it could have been a little bit more. I thought Ruby's, choosing herself, I feel like it could have been done differently, but the problem is I just don't know how exactly. It's weird to talk about. I do like what they did, but, I don't know. Plus, Jean just becoming young again at the end, I wanted it to happen, but the way it happened was just kind of, well... Again, it's just like with the whole Ruby thing, I just feel like it could have been done differently, but I don't know how. So yeah, those, plus the whole post-credit scene thing, those are my only real gripes. But everything else, loved it. The fight with the Curious Cat was awesome. Seeing Ruby fight again was just amazing. Summer hit me in the feels. The goodbye with Somewhat and Juniper was emotional. All the lore on the brothers, that was neat to find out. And I'm also just jazzed about the possibility of Volume 10, because we're going to be in Vacuo, and just the amount of returns that we could have. At bare minimum, we've got to get, Teams Coffee and Sun. There's also just, everybody who was in Atlas that we could see again, and who knows who else has turned up. It's going to be like a Smash Brothers Ultimate, everyone is here, or Avengers Endgame scenario. I'm also expecting emotional reunions with the Ruby Girls and, well, everyone. I'm also just excited that, Blake and Yang are a couple, and, from now on, they're a couple. We're gonna watch their relationship, develop, like that. I'm just hoping for, cute scenes here and there. Obviously not for that to, be their whole thing now. Still be themselves, but just, Also, I won't lie, a couple scenes, within, the last bunch of episodes did make me start warming up to the possibility of White Knight happening. And my stance on it is, I don't know if it is necessary. Because we've got Bumblebee, we've got Ren and Nora who are still, working that stuff out. I feel like Rose Garden is just what's gonna happen with Ruby and Oscar. So that's 3 romances within the main cast. I don't know if a 4th is necessary. Plus, I honestly kind of feel like, if they want to have these characters just remain single, then, that would just go to show, that's a perfectly valid life. I'm just saying, some people prefer being single, so you know what, just have characters do that. But if they do want to do it, I could see it being cute. So, as long as it's whatever they choose, if it's written properly, then that's all I ask for. And hey, because we found out that Jean is the Rusted Knight from the Girl Who Fell Through the World, well, if him and Weiss get together, then Weiss will have accomplished something that, as far as I'm aware, only Segata Sanshiro has been able to do. Obtain a waifu and/or husbando. So you know what? I would respect that. Don't deny it, you would too. Yeah, as for Volume 9 itself, I would go as far as to say this is probably my new favourite volume. It's made me cry a grand total of at least 3 separate times, one of which was just through pure happiness, which I can't really recall a piece of media that had me do that, outside of, you know, just seeing Blake vs. Mikasa, like, be a thing. Or at least, like, cry on camera, I should say. I also just felt like a lot of the writing was pretty solid, the animation, and just, like, the very tiny details were just amazing. Like, seriously, go back through any episode and just focus on one particular character. You will notice that tiny detail. So, mad kudos to the animators. Solid volume all around, and I can't wait for Volume 10. Also, let me know in the comments if you've been enjoying these, like, Make Watches videos as opposed to just reaction videos. Like, just let me know, because I don't know, this was like an experiment. So see like how I should do specifically RWBY reactions going forward. Nothing's happening with Death Battle. I'm pretty sure if I did that, my channel would get burnt to the ground. But yeah, would you want to see like these return where I just, you know, recap the episode and just make joke after joke wherever I can with like clips of a reaction? Or would you just rather just see a reaction? I'm down for either, frankly, let me know. But yeah, that's it for RWBY content, at least for a while. Unless me and Max want to do discussions on just about anything, or me, Brabuscus, and Aiden, who have also been talking about Volume 9, and we might be doing Ice Queendom soon, and we just recorded a chat about the crossover movie, so check that out. Also, let me know if you would actually want to see me do like a review of that movie, because it's an idea I have toyed around with in my head. But yeah, that's all from me. I am going to, well, edit this and get it out eventually. And soon, later this month, we'll be back to Death Battle. And real quick before I go, hashtag Greenlight Volume 10. Do it, Crunchyroll. And with that, I think I'm gonna wrap this video up. So thank you for watching, all that stuff. I hope you've enjoyed these Make Watches videos. Let me know if you want to see me continue doing these. And I'll see you whenever, I suppose. Just depends on what else I decide to do. So, take care, and here is my RWBY outro. Bye.
This is Ruby Rose, and you've been watching Your Only Mate. Bye!